which he was also spit on.
Austin Police Chief Lisa Davis. Republican Governor Greg Abbott plans to deploy the National Guard in several locations across Texas. 2 condemned men were executed in 2 states last night. First, Anthony Wainwright in Florida, convicted of raping and murdering a mother of 2 young children back in 1994. And about an hour after he got a lethal injection, another killer died a different way.
Alabama executed 65-year-old Gregory Hunt after he spent more than 30 years on death row. Hunt chose nitrogen gas as his method to die and showed signs of distress as it was administered. Critics of the gas object to the suffering it causes as it deprives the body of oxygen. Hunt was put to death for the 1988 murder of Karen Lane, whom he briefly dated before breaking into her apartment, sexually assaulting and beating her to death. Her family calls the execution justice and the end of a decades-long nightmare. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
President Trump is touting an appeals court ruling in a Truth Social post this morning, calling it a great and important win for the U.S., allowing tariffs to stay in place. A trade court had ruled earlier that the president exceeded his authority, imposing tariffs on many countries' imports. Later this hour, we'll get an update on inflation with a consumer price report for May. Ahead of that, on Wall Street, stock futures are falling. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is a Wednesday edition of the Valley's Morning News, News Talk 710 KURV, with show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez. The popular guy today would be AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. We got rain here at the 710 KURV studio in Mission, Texas. That line of rain is going to be crossing the Mid-Valley over the next several minutes. We got still a blanket of rain all the way back to Stark County and Rio Grande City. We'll speak with AccuWeather coming up in about 3 minutes, so stick around. The body of a missing Brownsville sailor has been found in Norfolk, Virginia. The family of seaman Angelina Resendes reported her missing after she was last seen at her barracks at the Naval Station Norfolk back on May 29th. Investigators say that another sailor has been placed in pretrial confinement as part of this investigation. Back to Texas, the waiting game continues on Senate Bill 3. Still no word on whether Governor Greg Abbott will ban all THC-related products.
The more than 8,000 cannabis stores that rely on THC sales are obsessively monitoring the status of Senate Bill 3. With inventory dwindling, most aren't sure how much to reorder. If the bill becomes law, it would take effect on September 1st. The idea of going back to a THC prohibition isn't sitting well with most that I spoke with.
I'm a combat vet, and THC helps PTSD, people like me and my other brothers.
As long as we're making sure it's all good, then yeah, I don't see the problem.
The best thing to do is legalize it, tax the crap out of it, and reap the benefits of it.
I mean, I don't really care personally.
And now all eyes are on Governor Abbott and his Sharpie. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Immigration Customs Enforcement and folks at Homeland Security in North Texas reported the recent arrest and deportation of 122 illegal aliens from China. The spring 2025 STAR test results have been released. It's a mixed bag. These are statewide averages. The numbers for algebra and biology were up slightly for Texas students. The numbers for English 1 and 2, those numbers were down on average for Texas students. Starting July 1st, paper license plates are no longer allowed in the state of Texas. The Department of Motor Vehicles is rolling out a new system. We'll have metal plates. General Motors saying that they are investing $4 billion at 3 U.S. plants. Those would be mostly up in Michigan. Moving production to the U.S. from Mexico.
The plan will bring the assembly of the Chevrolet Blazer and the Equinox to the U.S. The money will also be used to convert a Michigan plant that was expected to produce electric vehicles into making gas-powered SUVs and trucks. The move comes after President Trump imposed 25% tariffs on imported vehicles and auto parts. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
Time is 7:08 on News Talk 710 KURV. It is AccuWeather time, and AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine joining us. I want to say thank you first to Dougie. He's got some great gifts for dear old dad over at Martin Farm and Ranch. Stop by and see Dougie. He's got some ideas for him. Maybe dad likes to cook. He likes to hunt. He likes to fish. Yeah, there's some great gift ideas at Martin Farm and Ranch, Monte Cristo in Edinburgh. We got rain here at the studios at 710 KURV. That line of rain moving over to McAllen, far San Juan Alamo, and it's headed east. Do you think it holds all the way down to Brownsville, Jeffy?
I would be surprised if it didn't.
Okay.
Looking at radar here and how big this system is. I'm looking at it on my phone because the computer one is not as high detailed. It's approximately, if I go to the center of it, 60 miles in width. So it's
Yeah.
all the way back to Laredo and just getting into McAllen. A wind gust report from a local storm spotter, 50 miles per hour in McAllen. There is a special weather alert for the next 10 minutes. Wind gusts up to 50 and half-inch hail. Now, rainfall amounts are very heavily estimated right now, but I'm seeing anywhere between a half to an inch in McAllen area west, and then Laredo has seen 1 to 3 depending on where you're looking.
So how many more times will we see rain rolling in and out of the area? Is it going to be the rest of the day on and off, or what's the plan today, tomorrow?
Yeah, I would say that this, since it's stalling, is going to be around for a while. In fact, looking at just the forecast radar, we have these showers and storms slowing and just parking over South Texas throughout the day today and into part of tonight.
You mentioned how fat this system is headed west, but north of us too, right? Past Corpus into Victoria, near Houston. So it should be
Yep.
fun driving if you're headed north up to Metro Houston today, right?
Right, exactly. So San Antonio, Corpus Christi going to be under it. We also have Houston will see it, and then Dallas is actually in I believe this is a flood watch for the next few hours, actually throughout today and into tomorrow.
Okay, so heads up if you're
Heavy rain.
headed north. Tropical coverage 2025. What do the computers tell you for the next week or so? What do they have?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Sorry.
Okay.
Simple answer for that. The Pacific is busy, but the Atlantic is not. So Pacific, we have Barbara. It has lost its wind intensity. Now is a tropical rainstorm, not expected to bring any impacts to land. We got Cosme, which is going to lose intensity this morning. It is expected to dissipate later this week, tracking north well west of Mexico, and impacts to land again not anticipated. We have a couple areas as well in the Pacific that are going to be monitored. Excuse me, south of Central America and Mexico. Right now, that's a low risk.
All right, pal.
Pacific busy, not
yeah.
Atlantic.
And see, on the Pacific side, nothing close to Mexico where the energy would like jump over Mexico, over us.
Right.
All moving east. Moving west. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
On the menu for today, elotes. They got corn on the cob. And around here, they are elote is it's corn on the cob. Now, around here, it's a work of art. We place what is it, Freddie? Like mayonnaise, sour cream, all types of different cheeses. Well, we have in a cup, but today's corn on the cob though. Yes, is the elote. So yeah, put some mayonnaise. But it all starts with butter, and then mayo, and then some sour cream,
Chili
then,
powder.
a chili powder, or some type of Mexican chili on it. Don't forget the lemon as well. Salt, lime. Right, correct. See,
I've had
There
it
you go.
before. I'm just enjoying your description.
I have to hand that over, my Mexican over to Jeffrey, because he's more Mexican than I am. He's our total. Yeah, absolutely. It's lime. Yeah. So it's a work of art around here. In fact, there's several stands like that, some food trucks. That's all they do is sell elotes all day long, and they just put all the fixings on
And
it.
they're so good.
Yeah, and then after all those calories and fat, enjoy some German chocolate cake.
Oh, yum.
Extra time on the treadmill later today. All right, pal. Call you next hour. Oh, and by the way, don't be shy to punch into the program in case we got some nasty weather emergency or alert.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it.
AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Norton. Again, big thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. They got some great Dad Day gift ideas for you at Martin Farm and Ranch. In the news, a rare loss for individuals pushing for a major immigration reform.
One bill which would have mandated the use of E-Verify surprisingly went down in flames. It was a rare case that brought together hardcore conservatives and left-leaning labor unions.
Crooked businesses disregard the law at the expense of our communities and our law-abiding businesses and workers.
Jeremy Hendricks is with the Laborers International Union. A Pew Research survey found that about 8% of the state's workforce are here illegally. Under Texas law, only state agencies and sexually oriented businesses are forced to verify citizenship.
And Elon Musk in the news today saying that some of his posts that he made last week about Donald Trump, he said they went too far. Musk saying that he regrets some of the posts that he made about Donald Trump, wrote on X this morning that he went too far. Time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Going to share with you a conversation I had with one of the chiefs from Economic Development in McAllen, also the Chamber in McAllen. Plenty of destination events this week. Also some workforce-related programs. That's next on the Valley's Morning News.
Stop feeling embarrassed about thinning hair and start looking and feeling your best with Hair Grow by New Nordic. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or at your local CVS.
It's hurricane season. The time to prepare is now. Stay ahead of the storm with Tropical Coverage 2025 on News Talk 710 KURV, your trusted source for real-time updates. With resources from AccuWeather and the National Weather Service, we'll bring you the information you need to be ready and be prepared. Tropical Coverage 2025 is powered by Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, McAfee Agency, Insurance, Lee's Pharmacy, and News Talk 710 KURV.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Brian Kilmeade here. After my show, weekday afternoons at 2, stay tuned for the 956 Drive Home with Zach and Davis starting at 4 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
710 KURV is your go-to radio station in South Texas. In the event, we have some tropical system breathing down our neck. Tropical Coverage 2025 made possible by Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Big thank you as well to all the gang over at McAfee Insurance, and a very big thank you as well to Lee's Pharmacy, North and South McAllen. Got friends from McAllen Economic Development, also the Chamber office, and I'll ask you boys to raise your hand when I say your name. Ralph Garcia, the COO, MEDC. That's Ralphie over there. And we got Jorge El Primo Sanchez, because he's a Sanchez. He's good people. He's a CEO for the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. We're taking a look at the calendar. Got some activities that you need to know about. Thursday-based, by the way. Let's start there, Jorge. So we got the Taste McAllen. Sounds delicious, even. That would be this week on Thursday. So how's it happening? Where's it happening? Who's coming? All that.
Okay.
Right.
So it's this Thursday at 6 p.m. All the way till 9:30 p.m. We have 26 different restaurants represented, and all of them are
all McAllen based.
Okay. We are focusing on quality. It's the biggest gastronomic event in the Rio Grande Valley, and we have the top restaurants from our region. So we have Musai, we have Sidebar, we have the Delgado Collective, we have Palominos, Tabu, Toloa, RU. So there's a lot of good restaurants that you can try there for sure. And then if you like any, you can go afterwards to try it out. Right?
You have some general admission tickets still available for the Thursday
event?
We
still have some general admission tickets. Tickets go for $65. You can get them at the McAllen Convention Box Office or at Ticketmasters. But at Ticketmasters, you'll get an extra fee. If you want to avoid those fees, the plug-in is to go at the convention center.
This coming Thursday, and so we're recording this conversation on the 10th, so that'd be June 12th, Thursday.
Yeah.
Is when we're having the Taste McAllen event.
Taste McAllen, and also we have the best cover band of Texas coming to this event. It's called the Jukebox Heroes, and they're based out of Dallas. So for sure, it's going to be a fun event.
A week from Thursday, which will be on the 18th, right? But on the 19th, right? Thursday, 19th is the Good Day Luncheon.
Good Day Luncheon is also this Thursday, June 12th.
Both events?
Both of them. I think we are a big enough chamber and a big enough MEDC to host two events at the same day. But yeah, it's going to have it at Embassy Suites.
Okay.
Just right next door, right?
Okay.
And Aeromexico and Delta Airlines are sponsors. And here's a plugin that not a lot of people know. They're going to be raffling 2 pair of tickets, and Delta to any destination within the U.S., and Aeromexico with a destination to Mexico City, flying from McAllen. So
all right.
that's
one is a luncheon.
The luncheon.
And then, of course, the Taste McAllen
Correct.
is in the evening.
Yeah.
Right. And at the convention center.
Yep.
And get your tickets for that. From the perspective of the Chamber of Commerce, I need to ask you something else as well. And I know that Ralphie's probably got an opinion on this. You just came off of a very successful youth tournament, football tournament.
Yeah.
And it was, we've yet to run the math on this with the economic impact. We suspect what it might be. But you had, explain to me, like 4,000 people come to the area, or was it 4,000 athletes, 4,000 people plus their family, or what was it that took place?
So yeah, TIFA, Texas Youth Football Association, it was its 15th year in McAllen. So they love our hospitality, they love our fields, and that's why they keep coming back. We had 58 different teams show up. Mm-hmm. And each team has like 20 different kids, right? And they bring their tios and their primos and their siblings, right? So we estimate that 4,000 attendees came to the city of McAllen all the way from different parts of Texas. And we estimate an economic impact of about 2.6 million.
So is 4,000 attendees like participating in the sport, or that's them and their family?
Them and their families.
4,000 people.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Around 150 athletes or so. Yeah.
The park system that we have in the city is perfect for the games at Texas. I know we hosted that a couple of years back to back. And I've noticed that every weekend, like soccer tournaments, there's always something goes. So it's like almost every weekend.
Yeah.
There's a drop in the economic piggy bank for the city, hotels, restaurants, because they come from all over the place, like soccer teams, and it seems like every park there's some tournament taking place in McAllen.
We have great weather, we have great fields, so it's a perfect opportunity for a sports team to come and join us without any risk of bad weather. Yeah. So yeah, it makes us unique.
Jorge Sanchez is with the McAllen Chamber of Commerce. Now over to Ralphie Boy. Ralph Garcia, he's the Chief Operations Chief over at McAllen Economic Development. Workforce initiatives is something I wanted to ask you. I know we'll have some economic reports here pretty soon as far as new arrivals and things like that, but let's focus on what you're doing on the workforce side, trying to retain some local talent. So what's going on that side?
So we partnered this year. It's the first time we host it in the city of McAllen, but we partner with the University of Texas, Austin, and we are hosting 4 interns from UT Austin. 2 are working with the chamber, 2 with the EDC. And the primary objective there is giving them an opportunity to do an internship in their home area, right? Mm-hmm. So we know they're residents of the area, and our goal or our long-term goal is that when they do graduate, that they come back and look for opportunities in our community.
A lot of that.
We want to retain that talent, right? So that's an investment that we made this year. We have 4 participants. We also have 1 student from St. Edwards that we're working with. She's partnered with us as well, as she's doing an internship for the summer. Mm-hmm. So we're excited about that. I think it's really hitting home when you look at workforce and then retaining talent and building that pipeline. And that's something that we're going to continue to invest in. We're going to continue to focus on. If we're going to bring, jobs that create great opportunities, we need to make sure we have the talent to support it.
There's a synergy between McAllen Economic Development now and the chamber that we haven't seen before. And it makes sense for McAllen, I think, because we are a destination location. We have destination events. We might have more destination sites in the near future. Does that change? Does that augment the vision at the Economic Development Office, where, for example, for the longest time, and the old chief, Steve Elanius, we would talk, and the old city manager, we would talk, maybe at the convention center site, have like a family-oriented type of facility. Nearby, they're doing conferences, mom and dad. The parent is with a baby, but you always have like a park or an entertainment park, something that is family kid oriented on a big campus that is the sprawling campus. I'm thinking that might be part of what the vision is in McAllen. Refurbish the Bowie Reservoir. You got projects off of 10th Street and the freeway where you're trying to create more destination places. to bring in those dollars, tourism dollars for the area.
And I think it gives us a great opportunity to collaborate more with the chamber and their staff. And, historically, we worked in silos, but I think the way we are partnered now, we're intertwined. We have opportunities. When we're working with industry, one of the primary focuses for them when they're evaluating a site is that quality of life aspect. And I think the chamber does an excellent job in promoting what we have available, the services that they provide, not just to small business, but also to families in the community. It's important. And that we're able to collaborate with them. We're able to partner with them. When we do host events or we do host companies, we're able to leverage that support from the chamber, which is something we didn't do maybe as collaborative in the past, but I think there's a new synergy there for that.
That is Ralph Garcia with the McAllen Economic Development Office. Jorge Sanchez is with the McAllen Chamber of Commerce, because McAllen is a destination point, has destination events, and hopefully someday soon we have more destination places, commercial sites for that. On the industrial side, Ralphie, is the visions also to bring in manufacturing, assembly lines, things like that, or good things happening? Because I hear so many potential good news behind the scenes that like any moment now we're going to get some big splash in the area, and it might even be high tech. So are you still working on that front? Do you have prospects?
Absolutely. So with the current geopolitical system, companies are looking at how to be strategic and how to pivot and how to react. And I think
which means manufacture in the U.S.
Yes.
And what do you got for us?
We've got some good projects in the pipeline, and those projects hopefully materialize into something where it's a big opportunity for job creation. The uniqueness of that is that historically, we saw projects going into Mexico that were looking at doing the manufacturing. Yeah. We're now seeing a trend of projects now coming northward of that. We're one of the most attractive areas when you look at cost and then competitiveness, and then of course talent. We have a young workforce. We have capable people. We just need to make sure that we're developing that pipeline for those opportunities. And so that's something that we're truly focused on through this program with UT Austin. We're also partnering with Region 1 on another program, and that is to certify teachers through an accelerated process and assisting in that cost. The city of McAllen is partnering with them in that, and the Economic Development Office. That's a great opportunity where there is a shortage right now of teachers, and we need to help boost that. Our young population is something that we need to make sure is educated and ready for that work opportunity. So that's kind of the focus of where we're at right now.
Yeah, and the population growth is crazy right now because of all the construction, especially at the port of Brownsville area, Elon Musk, everything. But all of that feeds all the way back over here. We got our buddy here next door in Mission, Techlo. Says, yeah, we got some support services setting up shop right here. They're going back and forth every single day. Ralph Garcia, Jorge Sanchez, MEDC, Chamber of Commerce in McAllen. Do you think that the idea of regionalism, working together with Harlingen, Edinburgh, Brownsville, do you see that strong right now to the point that if we need to pull the trigger on a big project, we can get it done? Do you guys talk to each other on a regular basis?
We do. So we work quite well with Mission. We work with Harlingen. We work with the folks in Brownsville. When you look at those opportunities, we do want to be prepared for those type of projects. And historically, even in McAllen, if you look at some of the companies that have gone into that have gone into the SpaceX project, we participated in assisting in those projects. We participated with incentives as regional communities. And so from our perspective, I think we're in a good place for that. We have great relationships with our partners in EDC and economic development, the regional promoters that are out there. We have great relationships with them as well. I think we're in the perfect time for those opportunities.
You've been with the Economic Development Office in McAllen how many?
24 years.
24 years.
Yeah.
Would you say that the phone is ringing loudest and more often now than ever before?
It is, and it's not only ringing. You're seeing visitors coming in. You're seeing opportunities walk through the door. Sometimes they come in through the chamber. Sometimes they come in through the city.
They're prospecting the market.
Prospecting the market, absolutely.
To set up shop, set up business, set up industry, whatever it is.
Yes,
and
the beauty of it now is that if it's a small business, Jorge is able to support that through his office.
Excellent.
If it's a large industrial prospect, we're able to support it through our office. So the combination is really supportive.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, with the economic development and the chamber working at a destination point.
Yeah,
that is McAllen with the top retail market in the area. Okay, my brother. Well, El Primo, anything else you want to say, George, before I let you go?
No, I think it was a great move by the city of McAllen to align both organizations. First of all, to share costs, but most importantly, to align our goals and to share responsibilities. That way we can get more access.
There we go.
To
It
more
makes
businesses.
sense, yeah, because we're a destination point, and we need to make sure we properly bring in more destination businesses, and so the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. Ralphie, final thought from you before I let you go.
Just look forward to new opportunities that are coming through the door. We invite people to look at our social media pages, follow us, look at the events that we're hosting, whether it's the chamber or the EDC office, and support those initiatives.
All right. Come back and see me, Ralphie, especially on the EDC side with new arrivals, jobs, all that stuff, all that nerd stuff that they like in this audience. Appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you.
All right. The morning news on News Talk 710 KURV. Check of headlines. The service of Jay Gonzalez injury attorneys ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. Big story in the business world. U.S. and Chinese officials that have been talking in London say that they have reached a trade deal. They're going back to their respective countries, get permission from leadership on what they have agreed to. Appendix cancer rates are on the rise. There's a new study in the Annals of Internal Medicine showing rates of cancer of the appendix have tripled among Gen Z compared to older generations. General Motors saying they're investing $4 billion in U.S. plants. Most of this investment will be in Michigan. They're bringing up production from Mexico back to the U.S. And Nintendo's newest video game console is breaking sales records. The Switch 2, released recently, managed to rack up more than 3.5 million units sold in just 4 days. $450 is a standard unit. Get some software on it, about $500. $500. That's what will set you back. You want one, Freddie? No. Okay, we're on record now. Freddie doesn't want one for Father's Day. Freddie says because he's going to have to pay for it. That's why he doesn't want it. All right. Sports next on 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball.
The City of McAllen is thrilled to offer your business an opportunity to apply for a matching grant of up to $15,000. The Refresh 50/50 grant was designed with your business in mind. Apply for the Refresh 50/50 grant to upgrade your storefront with improvements like new paint, signage, landscaping, art, lights, doors, and more. Take advantage of this amazing opportunity and apply today at www.refresh5050.com. The Refresh 50/50 grant is brought to you by the City of McAllen. Hablamos Español.
An illegal alien from Guatemala charged with raping a child in Massachusetts. An MS-13 gang member from El Salvador accused of murdering a Texas man. A Venezuelan charged with filming and selling child pornography in Michigan. These are just some of the heinous migrant criminals caught because of President Donald J. Trump's leadership. I'm Kristi Noem, the United States Secretary of Homeland Security. Under President Trump, attempted illegal border crossings are at the lowest levels ever recorded, and over 100,000 illegal aliens have been arrested. If you are here illegally, you're next. You will be fined nearly $1,000 a day, imprisoned, and deported. You will never return. But if you register using our CBP Home app and leave now, you could be allowed to return legally. Do what's right. Leave now. Under President Trump, America's laws, border, and families will be protected.
Sponsored by the United States Department of Homeland Security.
When it comes to bad weather, being prepared is half the battle. The other half, leave it to Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC. Be prepared this hurricane season and don't let anything take the power away from you, not even the weather. It's never too early to prepare for hurricane season. At Mike's Plumbing, Electrical, and AC, we want to help you stay ahead of the storm. Give us a call at 956-686-1353. That's 956-686-1353, or visit callmightymike.com. We can help you come up with a plan. That's callmightymike.com. Mighty Mike to the rescue.
It's Houston Astros baseball as they host the Chicago White Sox. First pitch at 7:10 later this evening. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute. Rangers found the offense last night, throttling the Twins in their own park with huge nights from Josh Young and Kyle Higashioka.
to Higashioka. It's swung on and drilled down the right field line. That is in there for a base hit. Garcia into score. The throw to second is late. Higashioka with his second run-scoring hit of the ball game. And the Rangers now lead it by the score of 7-2.
Kyle ended the night with 2 hits and 5 RBIs, and Josh Young and him together accounted for 9 of the team's 16 runs. Rangers are now 24-4 when they score 4 or more runs in a game. Rangers face the Twins again tonight at 6:40. And the Astros are still struggling at the plate, as well as falling to the White Sox last night 4-2. Astros will play again tonight to try and retake the chance to win the series versus the Sox at 7:10. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton, who said he's dealing with a lower leg thing, expected to be a full go tonight for Game 3 of the Finals against the Thunder in Indy. The series even at 1. And the Knicks requested permission to talk with Minnesota head coach Chris Finch and Rockets head coach Ime Udoka about their head coaching vacancy. Both were denied. That's sports. I'm Rhonda Moss.
The Valley's morning news with AccuWeather, and thunder shower activity through the day should hold and probably reoccur later in the day. Go check out that Brownsville, Texas radar and see what's going on in the area. You can find it real easy. AccuWeather.com, KURV.com, KURV.com. Just look for the weather section. Porter Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. So go back to the website. Right-hand margin, you'll see the reports. Again, all this for traffic headed back to the U.S. Brownsville wait times to head back to Brownsville, not too bad, 15 to 30 minutes. B&M and B&M at the Veterans Bridge. And for McAllen, about an hour wait time right now, close to that, at the Far Bridge, about 10 to 15 at San Luis. Your station for AccuWeather is News Talk 710 KURV. Again, rain in the forecast for today. Got some this morning, but perhaps later in the day. Join us for conversations with AccuWeather. If they need to break in because of some big announcement, expect it, especially during the daytime. AccuWeather right here on 710 KURV. We got business news up next on the Valley's Morning News.
Hi there. My name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen 956-368-5247. That's drtsprimary.care.com.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
710 KURV. Streaming live at KURV.com. Powered by Texas Mutual Workers Compensation Insurance. A policyholder-owned company. Work safe, Texas.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Investors will get further insight into the U.S. economy this morning as the Bureau of Labor Statistics rolls out May's reading of the Consumer Price Index. Economists polled by Dow Jones called for a 0.2% month-over-month increase, while headline CPI is anticipated to have grown 2.4% from 12 months earlier. Data drops in 10 minutes. The Union for Hollywood's video game performers has reached a tentative contract with several video game companies that may bring an end to an almost year-long strike tied to the use of artificial intelligence. Members of SAG-AFTRA were worried that unchecked use of AI could provide game makers with a means to displace them. German startup Proxima Fusion has announced it has raised $148 million in a record funding round. CEO Francesco Sciortino told CNBC the single thing maybe that is worth highlighting is the speed at which it is happening. Futures are slightly lower ahead of inflation data. Tuesday, the Dow Industrials gained 105. That's Your Money Now.
Nearly 30 states are suing 23andMe.
The DNA genealogy company filed for bankruptcy. The lawsuit seeks to stop the company from auctioning off the private genetic data of around 15 million customers. The lawsuit argues DNA data, health-related traits, and medical records are too sensitive to be sold without each person's consent. Customers of 23andMe can also take steps to have their genetic information that's stored by the company deleted. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And Disney popping down hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, taking full control of Hulu. How you eat your elote, your corn on the cob, and what does that say about your personality? That's coming up in about 4 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. AccuWeather says highs for today should be close to triple digits. Yeah, going to be plenty hot and humid. Rain in the forecast. Plenty of rain right now. Mid-Valley headed east. Heads up. Brownsville, you might get some rain over the next 30 or so minutes. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Join us at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes.
Stop by Hess Fitness Products at 3501 North 10th Street in McAllen, where you can touch and feel the difference of fitness equipment that's designed to move with a human body. Equipment you'll look forward to using in your next workout. For over 44 years, Hess has handpicked the best manufacturer with the best warranties in the industry. They've got experienced fitness consultants. Edgar Santana, store manager, and his team can help you select the right equipment for your body type and your goals. Hess Fitness Products. Go to HessFitness.com. Look better, feel better, do more.
Make the phone call or send a text message to Carla and McCaleb. Mark and Carla, dear friends, they are pillars in our community. Yes, it is the McCaleb Funeral Home family in Westaco, Texas, 60 plus years loving on South Texas families who, suffer that period, that season of loss in their life. You can make things just a bit easier for your immediate family, or maybe you have someone who's facing that season. It's around the corner, the Lord about to call them home. You can make things a bit easier. Look, I went through this. My mom and dad, they pre-planned and prepaid. Just take a little bit of your time. In fact, you don't even have to drive that far. Yes, Mark and Carla, the McCaleb clan, they're in Westlaco, McCaleb Funeral Home. But see, they'll come to you. Someone from the family will come to you, have a sit down, pre-plan that event, that funeral event, and get all those decisions out of the way. Just think about your immediate family dealing with that loss. All those decisions out of the way and prepay. That way they don't have to worry about that. That sounds like my mom and dad did that. It made a huge difference when the Lord called them home. So call, text Carla and McCaleb and set up that appointment. They will come to you wherever you are, Brownsville, Harlingen, McAllen area. Carla McCaleb is at 956-650-2841.
Dads, they sure know how to make the best barbecue out there. Why? Well, it's not the apron, nor the old baseball hat, or those terrible cargo shorts Mom got him years ago. It's what's right in front of them. You see, to make the best barbecue, you need the right tools, the right pit or smoker, the right accessories, and all the spices, rubs, and supplies to dial in that perfect flavor. That is what transforms good barbecue into legendary feasts. Right now at South Texas Outdoor Kitchens, you can get Dad the barbecue pit pit of his dreams. Start with the precision of a Rectech grill, or the rich, smoky depth from a Yoder smoker, or a classic big green egg, or make it effortless for Dad with a grill that always delivers perfection. A Traeger pellet grill. You could even get Dad a one-way ticket to Italy. Well, kind of. With the Gosney Pizza Oven. Fresh, hot, delicious pizza in minutes right in your own backyard. This Father's Day, give Dad the ultimate upgrade. A gift from South Texas Outdoor Kitchens. South Texas Outdoor Kitchens on the expressway across from the Shrine in San Juan.
Coming up after the Valley's morning news, stay tuned for the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez starting at 9, followed by the Dana Show with Dana Lash at 11 on News Talk 710 KURV, KURV.com, and on the Radio Parami app.
Happy Wednesday morning. You are in tune with the Valley's morning news. Got a blanket of rain over Hidalgo County and Starr County, filling up Cameron County as well. We got rain in the forecast for today. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez with AccuWeather meteorologist Jeffrey Nordine. You and family driving around town, take care of business. Join us at Radio Parami on the free app. News, a service of Jay Gonzalez, injury attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Protests in Los Angeles leads to a fifth night of chaos, people flooding the 101 freeway.
That is a vital artery that runs through the heart of downtown. They shut it down for a time again, but this time police officers with the LAPD, California Highway Patrol, and the Sheriff's Department moved in much more quickly. 67 arrests in total were made.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt in LA, which faced a massive cleanup.
City workers are already out there removing the graffiti, but this is so extensive, it's going to take community-wide involvement.
LA Mayor Karen Bass from Capitol Hill to the baseball diamond. Republicans and Democrats clash tonight.
Democrats sit on this side of the stadium, so I may hear a few choice words throughout the game, but that's all right.
Missouri Republican Senator Eric Schmidt earlier on Fox and Friends. America's listening to Fox News.
The morning news on 710 KURV. This state report, the spring 2025 STAR test results have been released, and it's a mixed bag for Texas. The numbers that were down, again, the statewide trend down on English 1 and 2. The grades for algebra and biology were up slightly statewide. Several reports claim that there is pressure on the Republican delegation in Washington to take a look at redrawing House district lines before the midterm election.
The push is allegedly coming from President Trump's political team, and the goal is to seat more Texas Republicans in Congress. SMU political scientist Cal Jilson says there are some dangers in trying to stretch the Republican vote across more congressional districts. He says districts were redrawn after 2020 to create safe Republican seats. That usually means a district that's 55% Republican.
But if you trim that margin down to, say, 53-47 or 52-48, then a good Democrat here can sweep out some Republican incumbents.
There are currently 25 Texas Republicans in Congress and 12 Democrats. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
New law in Texas clarifying the near total abortion ban in Texas, also making it a bit more clear now when an abortion would be allowed. The new law in Texas ensures that a pregnant woman can receive an emergency abortion if she needs it to save her life. But the abortion ban pretty much stays unchanged in the state of Texas. Prices rose less than expected for the month of May. New numbers in from Washington indicating President Trump's tariffs so far have not had an effect on inflation. And Tesla CEO Elon Musk is having second thoughts about all the nasty stuff he said about Donald Trump last week.
On X, Elon Musk wrote, quote, "I regret some of my posts about President Trump last week. They went too far." The divide began when Musk criticized overspending in the Big Beautiful Bill, which is the signature piece of legislation for the Trump administration. Musk claimed he won the election for Donald Trump and later said, without evidence, that President Trump's name was in the files surrounding alleged sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. I'm Rory O'Neill.
This is the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Again, you do everything on your smartphone, right? You carry that sucker with you all day long. Go find the free app. It's called Radio Para Mí, Radio for Me. Radio Parami. Radio Parami. Download it and join 710 KURV on your smartphone. JP and Jeff at Amigo Power Equipment celebrating the Kubota Orange Days. That for you means an opportunity to get the financing you've been seeking, the deals, get some savings on the equipment I know that you need. The Kubota, awesome Kubota, number one selling compact tractor, the Kubota tractor. Yeah, it's available at Amigo Power Equipment, along with the Kubota mowers, the always rugged, dependable, fun, the zero-turn mowers, and the RTVs, and as I mentioned, the number one selling compact tractor in the nation, Kubota. The Kubota Orange Days, between now and the end of this week, June 13th, you can zero down, 0% APR for up to 84 months if you qualify on this Kubota equipment, all the savings. Again, you have 2 more days at the end of business on Friday. The special deals, 0 down, 0% APR, up to 84 months if you qualify. Or plan B would be up to $3,000 off select Kubota compact tractors. KubotaOrangeDays.com, a good website to get some information, or the Amigo Power Equipment website as well. Go celebrate Kubota Orange Days at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
It takes one whiff. Everything on the menu seems to be calling out to you. Dish after dish looks so good that you just can't seem to make up your mind. Everything looks better than the last thing. It's almost mind-boggling, and that's the moment that you realize you are at the right place. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat. Sushi, all kinds, and always delicate, fresh, and delicious. Sushi and Chinese food all at the same place. Zen. Everything you want. Individually custom wok-fired crispy General Chow chicken and all of your favorite Chinese food like sizzling steak lo mein. It's an experience you'll absolutely love. Lunch and dinner, all you can eat at Zen. You don't have to decide on one thing because you get it all. Everything on the menu is yours for one low price. All you can eat. Bring everybody. With kids' meals at just $8.99, there's just no better option out there. Zen Asian Bistro. All you can eat, unlimited, unforgettable, unapologetically affordable. Zen.
In moments of change, the greatest opportunities arise. This could be your time to shine and grow. At News Talk 710 KURV, we make it simple with tailored promotions, live mentions, and a strong presence across our social media platforms to ensure your business gets noticed and thrives. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this is your chance. Call us today at 956-992-8895.
Is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app, where local